morning, students. Till now, we have studied in digestion and absorption, how the digestion takes place in buccal cavity and in stomach. Now, I'm continuing with the stomach and how digestion takes place in small intestine and large intestine. We'll see what happens there. So, today's topic is I'll take digestion of food in stomach in brief, and then digestion of food in small intestine. As you have done earlier, that in stomach, gastric glands are present, and gastric glands are secreting mucus. Neck cells are secreting mucus. Mucus and bicarbonates present in the gastric juice play an important role in lubrication and protection of mucosal epithelium from the highly concentrated hydrochloric acid. Its pH is 1.8, so उससे जो म्यूकोजा की वॉल है उसको बचाता है वो. Basically, the function of HCl is provides the acidic pH of which is optimum for pepsins, and as pepsinogen is released in inactive state, so the acidic medium converts the pepsinogen into pepsin. Now, one more enzyme is secreted in the gastric glands, that is called renin. Its spelling is R-E-N-N-I-N, renin. It's a proteolytic enzyme found in gastric juice of infants, which help in the digestion of milk proteins. Small amounts of lipases are also secreted by gastric glands. Milk protein is casein. Casein को digest करने के लिए renin enzyme present होता है, and it's only present in the infants. It's not present in the adults. So next is asked how the digestion takes place in small intestine. Now we all know from the 10th standard, as we have studied in 10th standard, that in the small intestine, hepatopancreatic duct releases its juice which are coming from liver and from pancreas. Hepatopancreatic duct is the common duct which carries the enzyme secreted by liver as well as pancreas. So the bile, pancreatic juice and the intestinal juice are the secretions released into the small intestine. Pancreatic juice and bile are released through hepatopancreatic duct. The pancreatic juice contains inactive enzyme trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, and procarboxypeptidases, amylases, lipases, and nucleases. So, as we've seen in this slide, that trypsinogen is the inactive enzyme, which is activated by enzyme enterokinase. Secreted by intestinal mucosa into active trypsin. So, in the small intestine, proteins, peptones, proteases, all these with the help of trypsin, chymotrypsin, carboxypeptidases, these are the active state enzymes, are converted into dipeptides. Dipeptide means when amino acids are present in the amount of 2. 2 amino acids are joined together with the help of a peptide bond, then these are called dipeptides. So, in this carbohydrates in the chyme are hydrolyzed by pancreatic amylase into disaccharides. Again, polysaccharide means starch. With the help of amylase, which is secreted by pancreas, is converting the polysaccharides into disaccharides. Again, disaccharide means 2 molecules are joined together. So, just like lactose, 2 molecules are joined together. So, maltose. Now, fats are broken down by lipases with the help of bile and dimonoglycerides. Now, here you must know that bile juice, which is released into the duodenum, contains bile pigments, bilirubin and biliverdin, and it's having only pigments, but they're having no any enzyme. Bile में कोई enzyme present नहीं होता. So what's the function of bile? The function of bile is that it does the emulsification of fats, that is breaking down of fats into very small molecules. Just like we have studied the reaction saponification in 10th standard, it's like emulsification, that fat molecules are changed into small particles. So fats are acted upon by lipases and converted to diglycerides and monoglycerides. Now, nucleases in the pancreatic juice act on nucleic acid to form nucleotides and nucleoside. Now you all know the difference between nucleotide and nucleoside. If you don't, then search from nucleotides and nucleosides are then we'll learn in the chapter biomolecules. So the intestinal mucosa of small intestine secretes a juice that is called succus entericus. It is a mixture of all the juices. Variety of enzymes are present, just like dipeptidases, maltase, lactase, sucrase, nucleotidases, and nucleosidases, and lipases. It means that whatever is left, which is not digested till now, it's the substances which are coming from buccal cavity, then stomach, then small intestine, then pancreatic and hepatopancreatic duct. The enzymes released by that are not digested till now. They are digested by the enzyme secreted by intestinal mucosas, goblet cells. This is the enzyme. The name of enzyme is succus entericus. So dipeptidases means two amino acids are joined together, are converted into single amino acids. Maltose, acted upon by maltase, are converted into glucose and glucose, two molecules of glucose. Now lactose, lactase enzyme acts on that, glucose and galactose. So just like this, these enzymes are converting all these molecules into very fine particles so that they can be absorbed in the small intestine. Small intestine villi are present, which increase the surface area so that these minute particles can be absorbed in the body very well. Now, first of all, here we'll study what is the function of large intestine in digestion. So, large intestine, there's no significant digestive activity which occurs in the large intestine. So, functions of large intestine are absorption of water, minerals, and certain drugs. No digestion takes place, only absorption of some substances take place, and secretion of mucus, which helps in adhering the waste into and lubricates it so that it can be passed out from the body easily.